A senator stood up and asked that the law be changed. It wasn't his idea, it never was. And the woman who moved the pieces was not in the room. Agrippina had just legalized incest. She was no longer the exiled emperor's sister. Now she was Claudius' wife, the empress. But to get there, she first had to rebuild from nothing. When Agrippina returned from exile, she had no position, no allies, no power, just a 4-year-old son, and a name that made her both valuable and dangerous. She married again. A wealthy man, no children, no rivals. He died shortly after, leaving her everything. The sources suggest poison. They always do with Agrippina. What they prove is something simpler: she never made a move without a reason. For 8 years, she watched. She watched Messalina, Claudius' wife, burn herself to the ground with her own ambition. She watched the court reorganize around the wreckage. And when the smoke cleared, Agrippina was already in position. That is when she moved on Claudius, not before. Exactly then. To place Nero on the throne, Agrippina needed 3 pillars. First, Seneca, brought back from exile to shape Nero's mind. Second, Burrus, who handed her control of the Praetorian Guard from the inside. And then the move that made everything else irrelevant: she convinced Claudius to adopt Nero. Nero stopped being Lucius Domitius. He became Nero Claudius Caesar. Claudius had a biological son, Britannicus. Agrippina made sure Rome forgot that. Third, the coins. 2 equal faces. Nero on the right, Agrippina on the left. Augustus had never shared his coins with anyone. Agrippina did. On October 13, 54 CE, the final obstacle disappeared. Claudius died, in convulsions after a dinner of mushrooms. Some say it was Locusta, Rome's professional poisoner, who prepared the dish. Tacitus wrote it. There is no definitive proof. There is sequence. Claudius died. That same night, Agrippina presented Nero to the soldiers. Hail, Caesar! The plan of more than a decade was complete. Nero was 16, Agrippina was 38. And Rome had an emperor who had never chosen to be one. The first months were exactly as she had planned. Agrippina governed, Nero signed. Then an Armenian delegation arrived. Agrippina walked toward the platform, to sit beside her son, in front of the ambassadors. A public challenge to the emperor's authority. Seneca moved first. He stopped her before she reached it. He advised Nero to step down, to receive his mother as if she were simply approaching him, transforming her claim of equality into a courtesy call. Nero didn't stop it. He didn't do it himself, but he didn't stop it. In that silence, Agrippina understood what that difference meant. And then, Act appeared. A freedwoman, no lineage, no position, no political use. Just a woman he had chosen for himself. For the first time in his life, something that didn't pass through his mother. Agrippina demanded he end it. Nero didn't. He kept seeing her. That silence was worth more than any declaration. Agrippina understood the signal and played her last card. She threatened to support Britannicus, Claudius' biological son, the heir she had displaced. She didn't calculate that Nero would hear that threat with the same coldness she had taught him. On February 12, 55 CE, the day before Britannicus would be presented as an adult, he died. At a banquet, within seconds, in front of the entire court, Nero said it was epilepsy. No one believed him. The silence that followed was more revealing than the death itself. Not the death, the silence. Nero didn't become someone else that night. He became himself. For the first time, without asking, without consulting, without her. Agrippina had spent 16 years building someone capable of absolute power. She just never considered what he would do with it once he stopped needing her permission. In next video, Poppaea arrives. And the woman who built an emperor faces the only outcome she never prepared for, becoming the final obstacle. Subscribe so you don't miss it.